Gardening with Granny. Today we're going to do a beautiful spring tour, and it's an absolutely gorgeous 70 degrees in almost late April. So come along with me while we enjoy our garden. We'll start here in the green stalks. Now some of it is just starting to come up, and there's the strawberries. Lots of hope right there. We will see. Grass is beautiful green. And down there by the lake garden, you'll see there's lots of things popping up. I have Martins still haven't visited. It's still only a little bit late mid-April, but it's lovely to see. There's lots of geese and ducks and all kinds of creatures that are visiting, waking up. In this green stalk, in one of my videos, you might have seen me plant these little starts. That's lettuce. Who knows? By Memorial Day, we'll definitely have some salad greens. I put in these very pretty violas just to make things more spring-like. So many beautiful colors. This is the second one, or third, I guess. I'm putting in, or have already put in peas, anxiously awaiting them. I have this trellis that they'll come out on. So they haven't popped in yet. So let's move on to the main gardens. So we're at the garden that is right at our front door. You'll see that the ferns are starting to come up. Looking pretty. The Brunnera. Love their little blue flowers, so much like forget-me-nots. And this guy may make it yet, who knows. This one looks a lot better. I love heuchera. Seems to do well in this area. There's some tulips that haven't opened yet. And more Brunnera. Another heuchera. Here's a hibiscus? No. I'll put it on the screen. How bright blue that is. I don't know if that's showing up in the camera. It's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous blue. I may pick some of that and put it in a bouquet. You can see my lily of the valley starting to come up. I have to work hard to contain that, but I think it's very beautiful and I love the smell. Here's the pot I put in with viola. I have a video on that. So here's the garden under my front window, and how beautiful these look since we cleaned them up. Love hellebores. Such a welcome for spring. Oh, my bleeding heart is coming up. I don't know what variety these hellebores are. They're a pretty old variety. Daffodils. And some yellow tulips. There's my hibiscus. That will be the black one. And those are pretty yellow lilies. A little bit more cleanup to do in this garden. We're going to quickly scan over here. Got peonies coming up. Looks like there's even buds on these. I don't know if you can see that with my shadow. Beautiful primrose. Another peony. And another peony. So eventually this area will be not only primrose, but lots of peonies. Just so beautiful. I just love how they come back every year. There's the hostas coming up. This is underneath the apple tree. And anise hyssop, or anise hyssop. There's so many variety of ways of saying things. Tried to plant this last year, but I don't know if this hooker's going to take or not. Here's a distant shot of how those primroses look. So welcoming. And these peonies are coming up. These are absolutely huge, beautiful, white. Don't know the name of them. This area needs to be cleaned out. There's a lot of weeds still in here, but there's a lovely peony here. And I'm hoping for this hydrangea. Looks like there's some buds coming up. These tulips haven't opened yet. And another little primrose I transplanted. I did transplant several, but that's the only one that took. And another hydrangea. So exciting to see. I love spring. Got mums coming in back there, and they usually will fill that whole area. Across the way is our circle area, more like egg shape. The hostas are really coming in. I had a crew come and help me clean out most of this bed. There'll be iris popping up there. But love these. Hydrangea, I think. No, not hydrangea. Hyacinth. Those are hyacinth. Smell gorgeous. Let's take a look at our Japanese maple here. This is a lacy maple, and if you've seen videos of past garden tours, there's a green and a burgundy one together. I planted them together years ago, and now the trunk is considerably larger on these.
If you can see them back there. But I love the way this buds up. It's going to open soon. It's quite warm today, approaching 70, which is really warm in Michigan for April. Probably our fall spring. Let's go visit the herb garden. Last year I had dahlias growing in here. And that's what those black cloth pots are. Comfrey is coming in. Time to trim this butterfly bush. Lemongrass and yarrow coming in together. And this iris, just love it. Variegated. That's my elephant garlic, and of course my chives. So gorgeous. These are garlic chives, and they spread. They mostly spread by seed. So if you can catch the bloom before it seeds, you'll contain it. But I like to use it as a hedge because it also spreads by rhizome. And here's some myrtle. Again, that gorgeous blue purple. Periwinkle blue. Here's some more peonies. These are old type again, pink. I have hibiscus growing in there. I think it's pink also, I'm not sure. That one didn't bloom last year, so I don't know. So hopefully it'll bloom this year. And over here are lilies. These are regular tiger lilies, but they still look pretty. And here's our variegated willow. I really trimmed that up. It will grow 6 feet. So I trim it about 3 times a year. But it's looking so lovely coming in. Of course, right now you don't see the variegation. Nothing happening in the hoop garden right now, but there's some straw I've been using to protect the beds that we just filled. Some more. These are not really chives. These are perennial onions, and I keep them contained, but I do like them in the vegetable garden. This one has to be, or these two basically, have to be filled yet. And I can fill them, start planting veggies in it. Here's where we filled these 3 Vego gardens. And I like to put straw over there to keep the weeds away. So I have straw yet to do most of it. We used about 1.5 bags in each bed. They were so low. They really needed to be filled. Here's another hosta bed. And this is clematis, or if you're inclined, clematis. Much needs to be trimmed here, so I got to get at that today. I planted these lilies, and I'm so thrilled that they're coming back. Got to put a protection there so the yard crew doesn't mess them up. More hostas. I did have a clematis growing in here, but I don't see any signs of it yet. We're heading toward the road, so it's getting noisier. Hopefully you can hear me. This is my first elderberry. I don't see any signs of the goji. We may have lost it. We'll see. This is the black lace elderberry. Trim that down as well. Last year it gave us lots of beautiful elderberries. This thing, this is another elderberry, but I have to severely cut this back, otherwise it'll be 8 feet tall, and I really don't want something that tall in this area. Here's a hardy hibiscus, be a beautiful red. And I cut back the dead stump. They grow right from the ground, so you don't need the stump. And there's our forsythias. They're starting to green up, but I still love the bright cheery yellow. We're going to head over here to the entrance garden, but soon that may all be sod. My neighbor doesn't like, nor do I, all the thistle that have grown in there, and whatever attempts we made to kill it, it still goes on. I like to rescue these hibiscus. No, hyacinth. No. I will put it on the screen. This area has changed considerably. We had a yard crew come in and they trimmed up the white pine. It looks a lot neater. Here's the bird garden, just waking up. You stay tuned and you'll see all the beautiful flowers that are growing in this garden. The grass is looking really good. This is a ornamental grass. It gets about 3 foot tall. But I can see by the center that it's time to divide it. Here's Jessica's tree. Just starting to wake up. That old lilac we put in years ago, probably 25 years ago. We've cleaned up in it. We're hoping for lilacs this year. We'll see. I don't think it gets as much sunlight as it needs. Underneath this old pine used to be like a dumping ground for any branches. And they cleared away all those and put some mulch on it. We'll see how we can keep the weeds out of it. Tulip poplar. That's what the bud looks like. And the blossoms do look like tulips. So there's the tree that was cut down. Got a whole video on that. We've lost our cherry tree. So sad. And There's an apple tree probably on its way out. That's what happens in a mature garden. You know, we've been here over 50 years, and some of these trees were here when we got here. They made quite the trench when they came in with equipment to cut this tree down. So we'll probably have to have our lawn guy fill that in and put some grass seed down. But they created a beautiful garden space underneath this evergreen. I'm thinking about what I want to plant there, as most gardeners do. You can see how big this tree was, but it was quite diseased. It's interesting how this part of the tree looks like it's almost another tree that grew into this tree. And there's a stack of wood for next year. So if I don't plant anything under here, it's going to be weeds again. So I'm thinking of maybe some sage, some Russian sage. I already have some burgundy hyacinth, mahogany, mahogany splendor, that's what it is. I think that will look lovely together. And maybe just dot a few annuals. I'm not into planting in the ground these days, so I have to limit what I'm going to do. I don't want to plant anything I have to keep track of, try and weed out. So that's it. I'm so pleased that spring is finally here and my health procedure is over with. And I'm so grateful for all of you for visiting with me and sharing my gardens and my love of gardening. So hopefully you can get out in your garden today and enjoy. Hopefully it's a lovely spring day for you. Until next time, this is Mary.